How can one dislike sinful actions while maintaining kindness toward others? May Allah reward you for asking this question. This comes down to the principle of disliking the deed, not the doer. Right? Disliking the deed, not the doer. As far as how we should feel about one another, al-Muslimu akhul muslimi, la yadlimuhu wa la yuslimu. وَكَانَ اللَّهُ فِي عَوْنِ الْعَبْدِ مَا دَامَ الْعَبْدُ فِي عَوْنِ أَخِيهِ أو كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام. The Muslim is the brother of another Muslim. He doesn't oppress him, he doesn't wrong him, he doesn't, hand him over to his enemies. There are a plethora of ahadith instructing our feelings for one another as believers. Right? The Prophet ﷺ said, you will not enter Jannah until you love one another. Shall I inform you about something that if you do it, you will cause, it will cause love to come forth between you? Spread greetings. We spoke about this a bit earlier. The Prophet ﷺ instructed the believers to hold on fast to one another. وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا, as Allah mentions in the Quran. So unity, strength, brotherhood, etc. We know about all of that. But how does it play itself out when our brother or sister in Islam commits a sin against Allah or against another believer? The law of Allah trumps all. The law of Allah must be fulfilled, and that is going to deal with the situation for us, inshallah. As for when we see somebody committing a sin, how should we feel about it? We should dislike the sin. We should dislike kufr. Right? وَكَرِّهْ إِلَيْنَا الْكُفْرَ وَالْفُسُوقَ وَالْعِصْيَانِ. The Prophet used to make dua, and we make this dua as well. Oh Allah, make dislike it to us. In other words, cause us to dislike al-kufr, disbelief, wal-fusuq, sin, wal-isyan, transgression. But we don't make dua, nor did the Prophet ﷺ demonstrate a dislike of the sinner. Sometimes we can avoid a sinner, and that's okay. There are examples of this in the Sunnah. We don't have to socialize with everyone. So we can avoid people. In fact, the Prophet ﷺ said the worst of people are those who you are good to them just to avoid their harm. Right? What we are speaking about here is not deliberately breaking up with the person or breaking the friendship, but just avoiding that person for the sake of maintaining a level of decorum and grace. Right? There are good relations between you. When somebody commits a sin, the way we're supposed to understand it is that I care about my brother or sister in Islam, and I don't want them to harm themselves. I don't want them to harm others. I see them walking towards danger, like a person walking towards a fire. What would I do if I saw a person I love walking towards the fire? Would I feel happy about the fact that they're walking towards the fire? Or would I do everything in my power to prevent them from getting into that fire? You see a baby crawling towards a fire. You will throw yourself in front of the baby, on top of the baby, around the baby, whatever you need to do, even if you don't know who the baby is. You got no connection to the baby whatsoever. But you cannot, as a human, right, with a heart and a soul, be willing to just see this person destroy themselves. So we need to express love in that sense, right? If you see your brother or sister or cousin neglecting a law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your attitude shouldn't be one of, astaghfirullah, this person is a fasiq, fajir, I need to bring them right. No. The way we think about it is, subhanallah, my brother or sister has fallen into a trap of shaitan, right? When Nabi Yaqub told Nabi Yusuf not to tell his brothers about his dream, he didn't say your brothers are shayateen. He said, don't tell your brothers about your dream because shaitan he might influence them. Because shaitan is an open enemy for humankind. That was the justification that he gave to Nabi Yusuf about why he shouldn't tell his dream to his brothers. Not they are a bunch of shayateen or they're evil. The father understood, these are my sons, but they've got these negative tendencies and shaitan can creep in. So we blame the sin, we blame the origin of evil, shaitan, right? We can hold the person accountable for choosing to commit the sin to a degree, but we don't dislike the person. We understand that as this person committed sins, we commit sins. This person was caught out, perhaps we just don't get caught out, or we haven't been caught out yet, right? So it's important for us to balance and regulate the way we see our fellow brothers and sisters in Islam and understand that they are as human as we are human. كَمَا تَدِينُ تُدَانُ. As you do unto others, so too it will be done unto you. If you treat others with this perception of they need to be perfect, and if they are not perfect, then you can't have anything to do with them. Think about the consequences of that when your imperfection becomes manifest unto others. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the necessary guidance to avoid such pitfalls and to dislike the sins and to dislike evil, but not our brothers and sisters who unfortunately, like ourselves, sometimes fall prey to the traps of shaitan, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.